What's up, guys? Today I got for you the Nike Plus Sportwatch GPS, powered by TomTom. As every boxer knows, road work and running is an extremely important part of your training. I found this watch to be a really good motivator for that, which is why I'm doing a little review. There's probably a ton of other reviews on these watches, so I don't want to spend too long on them. You can always go look at those. I just want to give you my take on it. I find these watches very helpful because you can track your pace, your distance, your elevation, so you can kind of see whether you're improving or not and when you need to push yourself. It also works with a heart rate monitor, which you have to buy separate, so it'll sync to a heart rate monitor and tell you your heart rates, your average heart rate over the course of your runs. And as you progress with your training, you'll have to push harder to keep your heart rate up. So it's just another way to kind of track data to see whether you're improving or not in your training. So in that sense, I found this watch to be really helpful. It connects a couple different ways. It'll connect to the GPS, obviously, but it'll also connect to your Nike Plus shoes. So if you have the little pod in your shoes, it'll connect to that as well. So that's like if for some reason you can't find the satellite, you can do a quick run and it'll start automatically with the shoe. And then if it finds the satellite, it'll connect to that. So you don't have to always wait around for the satellite. With that said, I've used this for over a year, and I've probably logged 400 plus miles. And I think maybe once or twice it had difficulties finding the satellite. But other than that, it finds the satellite in a couple minutes at the most. So I'll put the watch on as I'm getting ready, and by the time I step out the door, it's beeping to say, hey, it's ready. We're linked up, we're ready to go. So I have really no problems with it finding the satellite or tracking me as I run. It doesn't block out as I run, and once I upload the data, I can see the whole map of where I ran. So in that sense, the satellite and the connectivity has been no problem at all. But the reason I'm doing this review is the actual quality of the watch. Like I said, I've used it for just slightly over a year, and the screen has actually kind of went dead on me. I'm sure you guys noticed, but let me show you here. The screen is completely dead, and there's a black dot on the screen. Like I said, I've logged over 400 miles on this watch, but it's been just a little over a year, and I don't abuse my products. You can look at this thing and see that it's really almost like in perfect condition. I use it only for my runs. I don't wear it any other time, and I don't abuse it. I haven't dropped it. I haven't hit it against anything. I haven't gotten it submerged in water, even though it's water resistant. That shouldn't be a problem. I don't think I've even taken this out in a rainstorm. Obviously, I sweat when I run, but being that it's water resistant, that shouldn't make any difference. So I'm not exactly sure how or why this screen went dead on me, but it did. With that said, it actually still does work, which is a good thing, I guess. And since I've used it for over a year, I'll know where I am in the menus just by the buttons. So I can actually go down to start a run, even though I can't see it on the display, and it'll beep when it's ready. So in that sense, I still use it. For the last month or so, I've still used it with the screen dead, and I won't know though whether how far I've run until I've come back and connected it actually to the computer, which is kind of half the reason you get the watch is so you can see how far you've gone and see your pace as you're out in the field to know whether or not you need to pick it up or push a little farther. Which is a big disappointment. I think the watch retailed, I think I bought it for like $150. So, for $150, for this thing to kind of crap out on me in less than a year, or a little over a year, I should say, is kind of disappointing and definitely not worth it to purchase one of these if they're going to die on you in just a little over a year. Also, Nike has a 1-year warranty on them. So, there's really no help there to send it back to Nike and try to get a new one or get this repaired as Nike will just say, hey, sorry, our warranty's up. So the actual conception of this watch and what it's supposed to do and as far as tracking your runs and making and motivating you, I think it's an excellent tool, but the actual quality of this is lacking. And it's definitely not worth the $150 if you're going to have to shell that out every year because the screen goes dead on you and you can't track your run while you're out in the field. I don't think this is a lemon. I don't think it's a fluke with mine because, like I said, it worked for a year and 400 miles before it gave me an issue. And I think Nike's just having a little bit of quality issues with some of their products. I also have the fuel band and I've had 2 of those break on me within a year. So luckily they were covered under warranty, but I'm seeming to have a lot of issues with the Nike products lately. So yeah, if you have any questions or you want to know a little more about the watch, let me know, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thanks.